Hi, today is January 15th, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 79 for the year, Street Children. Also at the Met was a wonderful show by John Wilson, an artist of whom I was previously unaware. Many of the works blew me away, including an etching of kids playing with a paper boat floating in a puddle in the curb in front of a drugstore. Sometimes you go to look at art with at least a vague notion of what you want to see, but I had no idea I wanted to see Street Children, 1973, by John Wilson, but I really, really, really wanted to see it. If you really, really, really want to see it too, you have until February 8th. You're welcome. Poem number 80, Gentle Reminder. "Let me give you a gentle reminder," she said, and she smacked me hard and spit ice water into my mouth and dug her nails in deep until I was bleeding in several places. Then she whispered in my ear, "Pleasure is sacred," she said. I much prefer her gentle reminders to her severe ones. Poem number 81, Genital Reminder. Sometimes when people forget, they need a genital reminder. Depending on the person or the circumstances, it could be a loving caress or a swift kick, and sometimes a reminder is not necessary. Just because a person has forgotten that they don't have genitals doesn't mean that they have to be reminded. Sometimes when people forget, they need a genital reminder, but sometimes they don't. Poem number 81. I wrote the need instead of they need, so I'm going to change that right here while you're looking at me. Poem number 82. All one. In the universe of seemingly separate things, you are the universe and each separate thing and the whole thing and all and everything. But don't get excited and don't get a swelled head, because I am also the universe and each separate thing and the whole thing and all and everything, and each and every and all and every separate thing is also the universe and the whole thing and all and everything. What this means is that nothing and no one is ever alone, and that everything and everyone is always all one. And the last poem of the day, poem number 82, The Baby People. The baby people looked like babies, but they were fully grown adults. They were like adults in almost every way. They wore suits and little black dresses. They went to movies with subtitles. They appreciated art and culture. They wore diapers, but only because it was more convenient. There were certain things the baby people couldn't do. There weren't enough of them to make them a market that automobile companies deemed worth catering to, so the baby people couldn't drive. But as long as they had ladders and stools and so on, they could cook and reach high shelves and open windows and basically do just about anything that non-baby people could do. One thing the baby people didn't do was have sex, which was just as well, because if one of them were to have sex with a non-baby person, both of them would probably get arrested. Nor would the baby people have sex with other baby people, because the idea of it just made everyone uncomfortable. Fortunately, the baby people don't have particularly high sex drives. They barely have sex at all. I wish I could say more about the baby people, but I hope I haven't said too much. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.